Former EastEnders bad boy Nigel Harman is just one of the celebrities taking part in Strictly Come Dancing 2023. The actor shot to fame on the BBC soap back in 2003, where he won a few awards for Sexiest Male and Best Actor in his role as Dennis Rickman. Since then, he has kept up acting and starred in Downton Abbey, Hotel Babylon, Sky comedy drama Mount Pleasant and Casualty. Here, we take a look back at the real reason why Nigel left EastEnders, his relationship with his famous wife, his hobbies and the job he had before he was famous. EastEnders exit. The actor brutally shared the real reason he left EastEnders, admitting there was nothing left for his bad boy character to do. In an eventful 2 years in the soap, Dennis slept with his adopted sister, cheated on his girlfriend and killed a gangster. Sharon and Dennis fell in love and got married before Sharon discovered she was pregnant with their son, who she later called Dennis, and nicknamed Denny, just days before the heartthrob was brutally stabbed and killed in a bustling Albert Square in the early hours of New Year's Day in 2006, seeing Nigel leave the soap in heartbreaking and memorable scenes. Nigel quit the soap alongside co-star Letitia Dean over the Christmas period in 2005. At the time, he said, "Sharon and Dennis have had such a great run, but what would you do with them next? I could pretty much guarantee we've already done it." Nigel said, "It was something that was talked about over a period of time between myself and the producers. It wasn't a chuck all your toys out of the pram thing. We all came to a mutual decision." He also confessed at the time, "There was a moment last year when I was watching telly and I didn't know if I was watching Dennis or Nigel. It's a case of overexposure after being in people's living rooms 4 nights a week. I want to make a career out of this. I don't want people thinking, oh no, it's not that Pratt on the telly again. I don't feel typecast at the moment, but how long can you do a show like this before you're only known as that character?" Famous wife away from TV, Nigel is married to wife of 12 years, Lucy Lehman, who is a successful actor just like her husband. Lucy has starred in popular TV shows such as The Bill, The IT Crowd, Midsummer Murders, Agatha Raisin, Moving Wallpaper, and Reggie Perrin. However, she is probably best known for her role as Lucy in the third part of the Jason Bourne film series, The Bourne Ultimatum. Nigel and Lucy like to keep their marriage out of the spotlight for the most part, but we do know that they first met on the set of Hotel Babylon, which they both starred in. They tied the knot in 2011, and a year later Lucy gave birth to their daughter, who was around 11 years old. Wellness ambitions. Nigel is active on Instagram and recently rebranded himself as the meditating actor after becoming a meditation teacher. He often shares tips on breathing and how to stay calm with his 28,000 followers. Appearing on Lorraine, he shared, "I have recently graduated as a meditation teacher. I did a 2-year course, which I finished as I was doing Casualty. I am teaching a beginner's course in September while I'm doing this, and I love it. I brings me great peace, enjoyment and happiness." He added, "I don't live the monk life. I'm flawed, all those things. I know what of those type of people, but I get so much out of it. In July I did a dropout class and people from all over the world were joining. We hung out together meditating." Pre-fame job. In an unearthed Parkinson interview, the Casualty star discussed how he found out about his EastEnders role while working at an unlikely job. Reflecting on his big break, he explained, "I got myself a job via a friend of mine as a Sainsbury's delivery driver. You know, you get on the internet, you order your Brussels sprouts and then I turn up. So I'm there in my orange fleece and my little name badge that says Nigel, the happy driver, and I drive this van. And basically it was a bit like Meals on Wheels, in terms of a lot of the people I used to go and see were between 70 and death or whatever, Nigel continued. The actor went on, and sometimes I was the only person they'd spoken to that day. So I go, here's your food, and they'd go, have I told you about my cereal? And all of this. And it'd be there for hours, and it was a really mad time. I was out one day in Chelsea, I think, which is very glamorous, delivering to whoever, and my mobile went, which I wasn't allowed to have on the job. How ridiculous is that? He quickly added, sorry, before continuing, and basically it was my agent. And she said, well, you know the EastEnders thing? Which we thought had died a death because I hadn't heard anything for a couple of weeks. She said, well, you've got it.